Hi everyone, my name is Brendan Zulfaqar Tan and this is my wife.
I'm Rabiatul Adawiyah Ng, yes. So we have started exploring Islam for how long?
For quite some time.
For quite some time.
We've embraced Islam for about 4 years now.
Yes,
Yep.
that's kind of true lah. For 4 years. Yeah. So
Cut lah, can cut already.
okay, so basically our journey started when we actually visited an association for like formal studies. At first it was more like informal, and he actually told me that it's considered our date night. Yeah, so we spent our date nights at the association learning, and that's where we are looking at exploring more of insights about the religion, and somehow we just find our calling there, right? Yeah, that's why we both decided that, you know, being Chinese, we embrace Islam together. Basically, a lot of times, people would think that Ramadan is like considered as a Chinese New, like a Malay Chinese New Year kind of concept. Yeah, but actually for Ramadan, what it actually means to the Muslims community is that it's a blessed month whereby the Holy Quran, or rather Holy Book, is revealed to us. So because of that, that's why you will start to see a lot of Muslims partaking in different types of acts of worship. Some of them actually do additional prayers, but some of them may actually dedicate their time to learn how to improve their reading in Arabic and so on. So I guess it's different parts of the pie for every one of us, but we try our best actually to work towards that direction. The first few initial days, maybe I will tend to experience a little bit of fatigue because it's like a getting used to period. Subsequently, I guess somehow your body just gets it. Usually it's because of the sudden change in the lifestyle in terms of sleeping pattern. Because, you know, nowadays youngsters, we tend to stay up late. And then especially so for a mother and so on, sometimes tending to the child may pull back our sleeping hours.
Previously, before I converted or embraced Islam, I've only tried 1 day of fasting. So after I converted to embrace Islam, it was like a sudden shock to my body, I can say. But of course, as times goes by, as years goes by, I start to appreciate the fasting period.
Some people, like my Chinese friends, they may actually practice intermediary fasting. So for this kind of have actually been proved scientifically that there are perks and benefits to a person's body. Some may view it as detox, but for us, we also view it as our ability to do multitask. Because on one hand, while being in that circumstance, we also learn that, our body can do more than what we think.
Finding alternatives, halal alternatives, isn't a problem. Like for example, last time before I embraced Islam, during Chinese New Year we have bakwa. So that is something that during Chinese New Year I do always eat before I convert. But after I converted, of course we are not allowed to eat, and then we managed to find another alternative, which is ding ding. During Chinese New Year, how we celebrate, we bake and roast our own ding ding, and then we eat it and celebrate with our families.
Somehow, right, for us, I think it becomes like a part of our joy. A lot of people may not be able to understand, because at times when we go to the supermarket and then like, hey, by the way, this brand that we love, right, is now halal certified and so on. So it gives that small little trinklets of joy in our lives. Before we actually have our sahur meals, it's usually a hectic time for us because practically how we want to prepare our meals and to ensure that the whole family actually enjoys the meal is also one part of it before we actually start our fasting. And then at the end of the day, I would say it's like a time of, I wouldn't call it celebration, but I would say that it's a time whereby we spend with family.
We are thankful,
we are
grateful.
actually grateful and thankful for our food that we have been placed, where others may not have that luxury of having a meal like what we do, even though we fasted for the whole day. That part really somehow gets to us. So it adds that little appreciation value to what we eat. Yeah. So by the way, in our household, although it can be hectic during the sahur period, my husband is on the air fryer duty most of the time.
Yeah, so I'm very thankful for having frozen food and easy ready food.
Yeah.
So it's a joy also. I mean, sometimes we take turns to prepare the food, and then we take this as a like spending time together also. Yep, to prepare the food, and then of course when we breakfast or have sahur together as a family with friends, the feeling is very
Accomplished, I think.
accomplished. Right?
Yeah, I feel that
Yeah.
too.
So recently we have a new addition to our food in terms of sahur or breaking fast. Is the one that we got recently, the youtiao men from youtiao men, the charcoal yuchakue, is it?
Yeah, it's so good
Yeah.
that he can even prepare it
Yeah,
on
it's
his
easy.
own.
You just have to put inside the oven or the air fryer, put it about 10 to 15 minutes, and you're done. It's prepared.
So not all guys only can cook instant noodles. They can also use air fryer and oven.
Because last year it was circuit breaker, so we weren't able to celebrate. But of course, previous years, my Muslim friends would invite us over. Even before we have embraced Islam, they also invited us to get together, enjoy each other company, have some food and drinks, and so on and so forth. Less of visiting now, I mean, because there are all these restrictions being implemented for our safety.
But I think we are doing more virtual now, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
now, of course, thanks to the help of technology.
COVID has actually taught us a lesson as well to be more thankful for the times that we are actually experiencing. It's like a blessing to have, especially so during the time of Ramadan, where others may not be in such a good circumstance as we are. So that's what I believe in that the thought of gratefulness and thankfulness that comes with Ramadan. I think that's the part that we our best take off from the month, and especially so we celebrate the Hari Raya Puasa with family. Yeah.
We
We wish you a safe and blessed Ramadan.